Good morning, my angels. I hope you're all really well and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is yet again another glorious day here in the UK. We are so beyond lucky with the summer season and it lining up with quite possibly the most beautiful weather we have had all year. It's just utterly divine. And today I am up extremely bright-eyed and extremely bushy-tailed because I am off to Cornbury House Horse Trials PR event. I took you there, oh gosh, I think 2 years running. It's one of my favourite events throughout the whole season. And although the event is actually in September, they always have a little bit of like a press event just to create a little bit of hype actually, and to let people know what the Cornbury House Horse Trials is all about. And as you guys know, or maybe you might be new to my YouTube channel, and if you are new, then my first love and my forever love will always be horses, and it doesn't matter what discipline or in what equestrian world that might be. And I just feel so lucky that I can combine all of my loves into one and get to go out on days like today. And let me tell you, there is no one that does events quite like David and Fee Howden. The Cornbury House Horse Trials is also held at quite possibly one of the most prestigious estates in England. Cornbury House is nothing short of mind-blowing. There is no other word. I actually called my mother in Mallorca and I was like, Mummy, I'm going to head to this event and I've been there for a few years running, and if there's a house that you need to see in terms of interior design, it has got to be Cornbury House. It is absolutely exquisite. So much so that sadly, we are not actually allowed to film inside the house due to security, and of course there is beautiful artwork and all of that sort of malarkey, but trust me when I say it is stunning. And that kind of goes through with everything that the Howdens do. It really is the Howdens way, and they sort of give a little bit of a sprinkling of just the most exquisite taste to everything they do, from the horse trials to the hospitality, all of the gorgeous like shops that they have around, but it still somehow has a very, very wholesome and very boutique feeling to it. But anyway, you guys are going to hear all about it because today we are heading to the heart of the Cotswolds, to Cornbury House itself, for a whole day of horses, champagne, estates, houses, scrumdiddlyocious food. I would go as far as to say that the food at Cornbury House Horse Trials is probably the best hospitality food I have ever had at an event. Hands down. It's unbelievable. It is all produce that has been reared and raised and sourced from either the estate itself or the local surrounding areas. They really, really champion local brands, local pubs, local distilleries. It is honestly, it's amazing. It's one of my favorite days in my diary. And so we are getting ready to head to the Cotswolds. And you're probably thinking, Leonora, why are you so dolled up? Because the fashion at Cornbury House Horse Trials is spectacular. We definitely need to ensure we look the part, as well as being appropriately dressed for the day. So, of course, you know what this means. I have had a incredible delivery from my family at Holland Cooper. I will always say that I think this is one of like my greatest honours, being one of their global brand ambassadors. There aren't many of us, and I just sometimes have to, like, as they quite literally say, stop and smell the roses and just pinch myself because the fact that I get to receive these iconic green boxes, work with the very, very best team, and get to wear their beautiful products. Jade and her design team are just miraculous, and I always say that there's such a special feeling that when you put a Holland Cooper garment on, you feel like you are part of this powerful and inspirational group of remarkable women. I can't quite explain it, and I can't quite put my finger on it, but for those of you who know, you know. Anyway, gorgeous green box, and this is actually a set that I have had my eyes on from the second that it came out, and actually so many of you guys have been commenting and sending me little messages on Instagram being like, Leonora, you need this suit. So these are actually a few shirts, and actually a few new shirts of theirs, and I think shirts in the summer, shirts all year round, are so handy to have, and they're kind of like core staples. I absolutely love it. A pale blue, almost like periwinkle blue pinstripe is so classy. It screams timeless, classic Hampton style, and I just love it. I love the button down on the collar, the beautiful pearl-like buttons, the really understated and very, very classy branding. And I just think with like white shorts, white jeans, a suit, a little skirt, you can style it with white, style it with chocolate, style it with tan, style it with pink. Hint, hint. It's gorgeous. So this is what they call their Oxford shirt. And it is quite literally one of those classic Oxford fits. It's elegant, it's timeless, and it's uber classy. So I wanted to welcome one of those into my wardrobe. And actually with Holland Cooper shirts, I tend to size down, actually. So this is a size 6. I haven't quite made up my mind as to the shirt that I'm gonna wear with the ensemble that's down here. So we'll do that together. And then this is a shirt that I like quite literally squealed over. Jade, if you're watching this, you are so clever, and it's just so different. Again, another pinstripe shirt. It's on a white base and it has a very, very thin dark navy pinstripe through it. But I love the contrast of the white collar. It's so fresh and so crisp, and it's kind of like you could be in a boardroom meeting in London with a boss woman suit, or you could be wearing a gorgeous pair of like mum jeans, and oh, but it just gets better. You know how I feel about cufflinks and double cuffs. Jade, this is just delicious. I am obsessed. So if you buy the Louisa shirt, it comes with the Holland Cooper cufflinks. And not that I would say I'm snobby about cufflinks, but in all honesty, I probably am. I would always recommend it if you are cufflink shopping, and whether you are shopping for yourself as a female or a male, I would always recommend having chain cufflinks. It means, I don't know, I think I'm old school. I've obviously watched my father and my grandfather growing up. I also think that they're a lot less difficult to loose, and they don't come out a nightmare to put in. So I would always recommend to actually put your cufflinks in your cuffs and wiggle your hands through, because trying to put these bad boys on once you've got the shirt on is borderline impossible. It's doable, but it's really rather tricky. So love this and think that this could be a real contender for today. It is also going to be another scorcher. I'm not complaining, definitely not complaining. My legs could be slightly more tanned, but as you know, I'm not like a big fake tan person, and I'm definitely not one that has, I don't think I can say I've never been on a sunbed, because I think in my younger teenage years I definitely have, but not for, gosh, not for 15 years, and I haven't had time to lie out and sunbathe, so the legs are definitely looking a little bit whiter than one would hope, but oh well, today hopefully they'll get a little bit of sunshine. And then finally, an Oxford shirt in white is quite possibly one of the most important staples that I would always recommend that you have in your wardrobe. They come in handy with any and every outfit. You can style it open with a bikini underneath, or you can style it all the way up to the top with a tie. So they really, really work hard in your wardrobe. They're elegant, they're timeless, and it's just a classic. So these are the shirts. You just wait and see what is in this box here. It is stunning. Okay, here we go. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I have already had a sneak peek of this. Oh my goodness. So this is the brand new chalk pink pinstripe. And look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? The colour of this is outstanding because it's not too Barbie doll, and it's got a really, really gorgeous texture throughout the thread. You've also got that lovely, very, very pale ecru white pinstripe throughout, and they are so, so soft to touch. Now these are 100% wool, and of course hand cut and made in England. They really, really do champion British craftsmanship, and the design is everything. And also for 100% wool, they're really rather light, so perfect for this time of year, and also beautifully lined as well. So I cannot wait to wear these. Now, as you know, I do love a tonal look, and I do like to make a bit of a statement. And so they have brought that delicious chalk pale pink pinstripe out in a waistcoat with those delicious horn-like buttons down the front. And these waistcoats, when I say that these act as like country-esque corsets, I mean it. The way that these sculpt your body, nip you in, and just make you feel like Superwoman, it's some form of witchery. It is unbelievable. And then I have the Knightsbridge blazer. I absolutely adore this, and I think I'm most certainly going to need to wear this over my shoulders today. But how divine is that? You've got the double-breasted gold buttons at the front. This pale pink pinstripe, I actually can't quite get over it. It's giving Elle Woods, but classy country chic. I am obsessed. As you know, I love pale pink, but I think it's really, really sophisticated, and I kind of want to really show you up close. Look at that gorgeous wool and how the white is almost weaved through the pink, making it really, really subtle. Also, the cut and the design of a Holland Cooper garment, the way that the seams work so beautifully, they nip you in, the crisp lapel on the collar, all beautifully lined, and of course got the iconic gold buttons. Now you guys know I love a double-breasted blazer, and they do quite a few different designs and shapes with the double-breasted aspect at the front here, and I think maybe on another vlog I'll show you the difference between the two, because the Knightsbridge, I would say, is a little bit more tailored. It definitely nips you in a little bit more, and I think with the shorts it'll be nice to draw the attention in to the waist so that it's not like fully boxy, if you know what I mean. And the shorts, the tailored shorts, I'm gonna have to put everything on. We need to decide on which shirt I'm going to wear. I don't know whether to do white and keep it super, super classic and really, really fresh, or whether to play around with a navy pinstripe. So I'm gonna have a little play around, and I'm gonna come back and show you the final fit, because of course we need to accessorize to ensure that it is a memorable Holland Cooper outfit. And after trying all of the shirts on, I've come to the conclusion with the weather that I'm actually going to wear no shirt underneath and kind of go with that iconic waistcoat look. And I just think it looks really, really sleek with the shorts and still super classy. I am also going to be wearing flats today because we're going to be heading around the cross-country course. David always takes us for like a little bit of a tour and up to the water feature, which I believe is sponsored by Paul Roger, so only the best. We'll be sipping on some gorgeous champagne overlooking the beautiful Cotswolds countryside, and there's nothing quite like seeing the Cornbury House deer park. It is absolutely breathtaking, and I kind of feel with this weather this is definitely appropriate. And then I'm just going to wear the Knightsbridge blazer just over my shoulders. I'm not sure how long the blazer is going to last, and also considering it's about an hour and 15 away, it might be a little bit chillier over there. You never know, or it might be even warmer. Now in terms of accessories, I'm going to wear a gorgeous pair of dusky pink Laura Pianas. They are so comfortable, and also I just, as you know, I love a tonal look, and they're also that sort of like grey pinky look. They really are that classic dusky pink, and perfect with the Holland Cooper wool. I'm just trying to get these on. The right foot's always a little bit of a squeeze, but because they are suede, they give. And then for the first time, I am going to be bringing out my brand new baby. She's beautiful. You guys know, you came shopping with me to go and look at bags, and I broke. Look at this beauty. I finally actually got it on my Teresa, and look at her. She is pure perfection. Have you ever seen something so beautiful? The pale pink is just exquisite. I love the fact that you can either have the shoulder strap on, creating like kind of a little bit more of like a day look, casual look. You can do crossbody, or you can take the strap off and hold it just by the sweet little top handle and make it into a bit more of like an evening bag. I'm going to keep it on the long strap for today and wear it crossbody, but it kind of just blends in so perfectly with my Holland Cooper look. And this gold hardware, chef's kiss. It's absolutely stunning. I do also know that it keeps selling out, so if you do love it and it's in stock, I would run. Do not wait for this, because I waited and I couldn't get it for months. So I am so excited to finally welcome her to the family. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I feel like we need to name her. So any names are definitely welcome in the comments down below. But this is the look for today. So let's head off for a gorgeous day in the sunshine at Cornbury House to celebrate all things Cornbury House horse trials. Let's go. Here we go, just arriving. So this is just the most beautiful deer park, and fingers crossed we will see a few of them today. And it is quite the driveway, let me tell you. There are some deer sleeping underneath the trees. Absolutely beautiful little spots, little bambies. And then we come around here, and you just wait until you see their hydrangeas. They are nothing short of spectacular. Oh my goodness, they look unbelievable. Look at that for a beautiful beautiful front elevation. Absolutely stunning. We have just arrived, as you would have seen, and I've just taken the hair out of the rollers, given it a good old zhuzh, topped up my lip gloss. I also just popped a necklace on as I ran out of the door. This is a beautiful little Boodles number, and I'm so excited for today. I think I'm really rather early, so I'm actually just going to very quickly schedule something that will be going up on Instagram this afternoon, which is very exciting. So head over to my Instagram. If you don't follow me there, then all of my other social media handles will always be in my description box down below, so make sure to follow along on Instagram, as well as some hysterical TikToks. And if you love my mother, she also appears on my TikTok as well. But anyway, let's go and have a gorgeous day here at Cornbury House. And look at this for a welcome. Look at these incredible vintage Land Rover trucks. This is just insane. And ladies and gentlemen, the most beautiful hydrangea beds I have ever seen. They look absolutely incredible. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much. That looks delicious. What is that, may I ask?
It is elderflower cordial, lime juice and grapefruit soda.
Oh, scrumdiddlyocious. Thank you so much. Doesn't this look absolutely beautiful? Look at these gorgeous tables, also beautifully laid. I love the sort of like raw wood underneath with no runners, and they've got all gorgeous florals from what looks to be from the garden. Beautiful billowing hydrangeas, the lavender, and what looks, I think these are like wild poppy flowers. They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and the food is going to be sensational. Oh my goodness, who are you? Little spotty Maldoon, you're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Oh.
Welcome to Cornbury on an amazing day. This is the 6th year we've done the horse trials, and can I assure you, even if you hate horses, which I'm sure you don't, you're going to just love Cornbury House Horse Trials, because it's all about actually people getting out in this amazing setting and really having the most amazing time, surrounded by, as you can see, lots of incredible cooking, fire cooking. Almost all the food we use from the horse trials is from our own farms: Longhorn cattle, middle white pigs, Hampshire Down sheep, all from local farms. Fee is curated totally, all the stalls that are there with all local producers.
And all the local traders, and also small independent British companies, and the Mason. We're working a lot with our sponsors, of course, family, friends as well.
Yeah, and it's very much a family business, and one we built with passion. I think, you know, when we got it going, we wanted to create something that really was actually the very best for eventing, for the owners, for the riding horses. But really what we wanted to do was create something that people who may be not into eventing come and say, wow, this is an amazing sport. We are the Olympic champions in it. It's the only Olympic sport where men and women compete on equal terms. It's incredibly exciting, so why not put that up here in Cornbury? You'll see where we do it. Put on some amazing food, Mirabeau endless lunches, amazing sort of atmosphere, and then let people enjoy their day. So, but from my point of view, on our 6th year, we're also doing something very exciting. And Ben Pauling is here today, who is one of the best ever, I say that because I've also been racehorse trainers. And one of the things we're passionate, I'm also trained racehorses, and breed racehorses rather. I don't train them, luckily. And we're passionate about getting racehorses into eventing, and this year we've got an amazing event, which is a £50,000 prize pot for the winner of the X Racehorse class. And that will bring lots of people from the racing world into eventing as well, with all the colour and enthusiasm and brightness they bring. So, you know, enjoy today. Experience what the food is going to be. We're going to go up to see the course later on. You're going up and see. We deliberately built, when we built it, we wanted to build it up on the hill. You'll find that the water jumps, which are sponsored by Paul Roger, are the highest point you possibly can. So people go up there, have a glass of Paul Roger, a glass of Winston Churchill if they're feeling wealthy, and look down over the whole scene. We've got some amazing sponsors that we've brought into Cornbury, as well as Paul Roger. We have something called the Endless Lunch with Mirabeau, Charlie Pragnell's Jewelers sponsor the water jumper there. We have the jewelers up there. We have, you know, the White Company and Charles Turret, Clarence Court Eggs. Lots of people who would not normally get involved in getting behind it as well. So very exciting. Thank you for coming. I'm going to shut up now and let you enjoy your day. Is there anything I missed?
Well, see, I just want to say, like last year, we'll talk a bit more about the equestrian side, but if we talk about family, last year Jemima winning the horse trials as a family for you, who's put so much of your style and feel about this being sport but lifestyle mixing up. But then when your baby won here, can you just put into words what that was like?
Well, I mean, that was absolutely incredible. And actually, immediately what most people think is, well, you know, home turf win. But actually, it's that much more challenging, because the horse turns around and says, what's everybody doing here? And what's all this excitement about? But yeah, Dad burst into tears. It was a very, very, very proud moment. And yeah, it makes it that much more magical.
It really does. So the great thing about here is the authenticity of the passion, the brilliance of the family in terms of their knowledge about the horses, but also really knowing how to put on a show for you guys. You'll get a little bit of a feel of what's coming up, but of course put it in your diary. Unfortunately for all of you, the Endless Lunch is sold out on Thursday and Friday.
Great! Where's Rachel? Get some more tables.
Get some more tables. But you know, do really get it out there, please. I know we've got some wonderful influencers here. We're great to have our partners here today, but get the message out that it is a date to put in your diary, Cornbury Horse Trials, and we're so looking forward to 2025. So all the questions, do put them in. We'll take you up around the course. We'll talk a bit more about the equestrian side.
Here in front of the house, so it has the most incredible backdrop. And because the deer, you know, live in here all the time, we don't put the dressage units out until much nearer the event, so they will be watered and all the ground prepared and everything like that. But yes, this is where the dressage for the horse trials takes place. All the jumping elements are over that side, and that's where we're going now.
Thank you, amazing. Here we got Sam, the cameraman. We know Sam now. We are now at the top of the water jump, and we've got the incredible Paul Roger set up. I mean, it doesn't get more gorgeous than this. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh, with the beautiful champagne bucket and the scrum-didiocious champagne, it literally doesn't get better than this.
Welcome everybody. We've talked a little bit about the partnerships, but David wanted to really focus up here on the sport, because that's what this amazing event brings, is sport and lifestyle coming together. And you have got absolutely the best of the best. We've talked about the brands and the incredible brands here, but you will see Olympic world-class riders. You'll see the stars of the future, both in a human and horse form, and that's something that you really wanted to support. Give those young horses the chance to showcase themselves in really a championship style environment.
That's absolutely right. So, you know, for those of you who know about it, my apologies. For those who don't, we're going to get a little bit about the actual sport. And as I touched upon before, you know, this is the water jumps, which is, you know, very often one of the most technical parts of the cross country, because eventing is in three parts: the dressage, which actually probably is the most technical part, yeah, and then you have the show jumping, and then you have the cross country. And as I said before, here we've got Mike Jackson actually arriving on an eventer.
Well,
do you want to give a bit of history on this? Yes.
So one of the classes we've got, which is an amazing innovation from both David and Jane McGibbon, who's a great owner in racing and also in eventing, and Piggy marches here, and she's ridden for Jane for a number of years. But a huge prize fund, 45,000 to the winner, a 50 grand prize pot for ex-racehorses competing here at Cornbury. And here, just beautiful, coming up over the thing, is Bodie. Bodie was a horse that was in training with Sir Michael Stout when he was owned by Jane McGibbon, And Piggy actually rode him and started him as a 4-year-old. And Pigs, we'll talk about him and what. Where are
And
you?
one
Piggy?
here, didn't you?
And Piggy won here
Yeah,
on
yeah.
him in the novice. She then sold him to the Oppenheimer family. We've now got Mike Jackson riding him, and Mike will be riding him here. Piggy, just come and tell us a little bit about this wonderful horse and what, as a thoroughbred, straight out of training, what was it about him that's made him so successful in his second career?
Well, firstly, Jane, who is putting up this amazing class and riding, is so passionate about racing. She's got a lot of race horses. So basically, she was like, you know, she's a massive fan of racing, but you know, primarily she is a horse lover, and her horses are her children. So basically, she was like, this one isn't suited to racing. I want to find another life for him, another job. And Jane's been a wonderful supporter of mine. She's had a couple of event horses with me over the years, and so she was like, will you have him in and see? And he's a beautiful model. He's actually bred for flat racing, but he really took to starting to have to jump holes and sticks. He had a great shape for it, and actually the best thing was his mind. He just loved it. He enjoyed it, and I think everyone in the horse industry these days want to do. And so he just really took to it, and he was 4 years old when he came to us, and I think I won here the novice class when he was probably 6 years old, 7 years old maybe, and he's a fantastic little horse, and through Jane's connections in racing, Emily Oppenheimer is Emily's here. Yeah, I know. Behaving so well.
You can't believe he got so hot in the paddock.
And I think it was your father who owned Golden Horn.
Yes,
Who
yes.
then Jane McGiven brought the Derby winning horse. So it's keeping all connections together and enjoying the horses within the different industries. And you know, we've all had a lot of fun out of him, and Mike's enjoying him now. And I think he's actually got quite a good chance in this class. So.
And for a lot of you, and I should have done a better introduction, so in case you don't know, Piggy March has won Badminton and Burley, a stalwart of the British team, so it's fantastic to have her here. And Pig, can you just say, you know, in terms of how grateful we are as a sport to Fee and David in terms of what they're putting on here, as a rider who's competed all over the world in many championships, in all the big 5 stars, where does Cornbury sit, and how important to the sport is it, this venue?
Yeah, I mean, we are incredibly grateful. I'm sure you've heard it plenty of times, but just for our owners who are great, they enable us to be able to do this sport in the first place. And we have lost a lot of events over the years, but to be able to have this as a main aim for our young horses from ages 4 to 7 can come here as their main aim for a year. It really produces horses for future championships, you know, in years to come. And just this is a big focus, but to be so lucky, you know, look around, you know, we're so unbelievably lucky to be able to drive in and do our everyday life in the office of training horses and trying to produce them to get better and us to get better, and to be able to be at a venue like this with all that it offers. I mean, you said it earlier, it's a family day out as well. You don't have to be horsey to come to places like this and enjoy the British countryside and, you know, what you have, and you open your gates out and let everyone enjoy it. And it is, you know, it's an incredible spectacle, and it's a big aim for us riders. You've got great classes, prize money, which we don't get the chance to ride for very often, and, you know, we're just very lucky and incredibly grateful. So thank you.
Not only watch people go to the water jump, but also see what they'll come down the cross country course from down there and right the way through. So it's just a fantastic viewing point. I don't know of any other event course where the water jumps sit at the top of the hill. So pretty unique feature.
Pretty unique feature.
Very unique.
We've got 5 days of competition on this, the 6th running of the Cornbury Horse Trials, and we've got everything from the best of young horse classes. But wow, what about the list of riders coming? I mean, in terms of Olympic medalists across multiple nations, it's quite a list.
Yeah, I think it is, and you know, you just heard you talk there about, you know, people bringing their horses here. So the horses that are coming here competing as the 7-year-old classes, those are horses that people may well be thinking they'll be the horses for the next Olympics. And that's what eventing is all about. It's bringing on, as we talking, the young riders, but particularly these horses. These horses probably reach their prime, it depends, but probably 11, 12 years old, something like that. And so they're coming on through, and they need to learn. They need to learn how of course, like the atmosphere of international events, and that's what Cornbury was about. It's about the development of the sport, both the young horses and young riders. But I think last year we had riders from 25 countries come in, so it's a very international event, not just British riders, it's people, the best of the best from all over the world.
Well, David, it's phenomenal, looking amazing. My whole level of sparkle.
Yeah.
And you know, do get the pictures with the horses. It is about the lifestyle, but at the core of this is the best of equestrian sport, which we were talking about, men and women competing on level terms.
Aston Martin are the sponsors this year, and they've got a magnificent DBX 707. For those of you who know, you know, it's literally my dream car. I love this colour. It's like a very, very pale grey, could even be like a pale blue in certain lights. They've got the matte black epic alloys with the red brakes. Oh my goodness, this car, the performance of it, this is a supercar, but the fact that it offers absolutely everything, from being a country car to it being a town car, for it having over 700 brake horsepower, it's sexy, it's cool, it does literally every single job, whether you are dog walking or getting out onto a red carpet. It is the absolute dream. It's a mean machine, but it's beautiful. I am obsessed. Are you gorgeous? Do you come with the car by any chance? You match it to perfection. What is his name?
I think he's called Stan.
Stan?
Mrs. Oppenheimer's dog.
Stan? Oh my goodness, you're the dog sitter for the day. Brilliant. You are gorgeous. Oh my goodness, I'm matching the car to perfection. This looks absolutely beautiful. So we are, this one's looking for the cute background. I love a content creator over there. And the lunch has been served onto the table. Look at this, we've got some beautiful tomatoes with what looks to be burrata, watercress salad, oh my goodness, scrumptious salmon, beautiful florals, beautiful ladies, and then we've got Mason Mirabeau. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is what the Cornbury House calls their endless lunch. Look at this salmon, it looks absolutely delicious. So the florals and what's called a paloma. So we have a Cornbury House aged longhorn sirloin steak with bone marrow and chimichurri. This is outstanding. I dream about their longhorn beef, and of course it is reared literally here on the estate. You've got rainbow trout, which actually is literally just over here. So this is the rainbow trout. We've got Cornbury House garden vegetable risotto with mint and feta, Jersey Royals, delicious courgettes, seasonal tomatoes with stracciatella, and a watercress and rocket salad. How utterly scrumptious.
You're about to experience a very, very special lunch, and as you would expect here at Cornbury, nothing is done by half. And the man behind that is Ryan, who joins me now. And Ryan, everyone's super excited to taste what they're going to experience at the Cornbury Horse Trust through the endless lunch alongside Mirabeau, and we'll be talking to Mirabeau in a minute. But just tell us a little bit about your ethos and what our guests are likely to expect.
My ethos very much has been led very much by Dave. I had this end with me boss before Dave gave me this information. But everything we do, if it's not sourced from Cornbury, it's sourced locally, obviously everything in season. If I ever give David something out of season, I know about it.
No strawberries in September.
But no, obviously you're going to have the steak in a minute, which David is quite proud of his cow, and so are we, and I think we've got into a good stage with people like Jay and the butchers that help us.
We've been talking about in terms of a family, small business that you've grown, and are now one of the leading rosy providers in the UK.
Yeah, but a lot smaller than you guys. So for sure, we're still one of the last independent brands from Provence, still standing, and all about making great wine. That's really, we care about the marketing, the packaging, and all the other stuff. But at the end of the day, the stuff we're obsessed with is what is in the bottle. So hopefully you'll enjoy it, and it should go just so perfectly with what you're serving today. So just incredibly happy to be here.
And this summer that we've been having must have been fabulous for you.
Very helpful.
Rosé weather.
Yeah, it is obviously a
But
huge
rosé is that feeling of sharing, that feeling of quality, that feeling of summertime, that everything that we're experiencing here with Fee and David about family, togetherness, kick your shoes off, eat great food, know where it comes from. That is all about the whole story, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that matches just so well, and we share also this passion for regenerative farming, which you guys are, amazing pioneers in, and it 12 is a regenerative wine, so and we're gradually trying to extend it over the whole range, and that is really about farming with nature, and actually in viticulture we can do a lot, and we can be a talking point of this new kind of farming. So I urge you to kind of look into it, and while you're having a glass of wine and enjoying just having a beautiful drink, you can do something great for the planet. So why not? What's not to love?
It's a really important part.
It's a really
we are
well
farming
done,
regenerative
amazing.
like this means actually we are actually doing we're actually taking CO2 out of the sky, putting it, sequestering it into the soil. We measure our carbon offering, and rather than putting carbon in, we're putting it into the soil. It's really important.
It's such a great partnership, and thank you for supporting the horse trials and really believing in what Fee and David are doing. So thank you so
It's
much.
a huge joy. Thank you so much for having me.
Sat here down on the corner with my gorgeous darlings Beth, and the sun is not sunning this way but Scarlett, we've got Cara and Sophie. Cheers my darlings, here's to Cornbury Horse Trials. Cheers. And here we go, look at how scrum-delicious this looks, this longhorn beef. It is cooked to perfection. I've got a delicious chimichurri on the top, risotto, and then those scrumptious heritage tomatoes with the stracciatella, washed down with my gorgeous Mason Mirabeau Pure. I wouldn't have it any other way. This is heaven on earth. And pudding has arrived. We've got some delicious fresh seasonal berries, a chantilly cream, and a very perfect meringue. How delicious does that look? It's really rather roasty in here, and she's really rather windswept in here. Oh my gosh, what a day. It has been incredible, and there is nothing quite like a David and Fee Howden luncheon. They know how to host an event, and when I say that the Cornbury House Horse Trials is a pinnacle, is the epitome of British luxury elegance, but also super, super exclusive. And I was saying earlier, I go to a lot of events and beautiful events, but sometimes you kind of walk in and I feel like there's an underlying level of, I'll be honest, like a little bit of anxiety of like, who's that and everybody looking at you. And there's none of that at Cornbury House Horse Trials, because everybody it's just such a vibe, and no one's looking at anyone else. There's no judgment. It's all about having a great time, enjoying the very, very best, sipping on scrumptious Provençal rosé, delicious Pol Roger champagne, and you have got the best of the best from around the world eventing. And as I said, they are celebrating both young riders, young horses, and the majority of our Olympic team, and of course in the middle and what is the jewel of the Cotswolds. And it's also in an estate where the general public would never ever have access. Like, you can't just walk around this park, and you can't actually just have champagne at the top. Also, I don't think there is anywhere in the world, I'll say that again, anywhere in the world that has a water feature, cross-country water feature at the top of a hill with a Cadillac. Yeah, I'll leave that one with you guys, but it's currently 28 degrees in here. It's really rather roasty, and I am needing to head home because I'm actually heading off somewhere else this evening, which is actually going to be on a vlog that you will see before this. Oh my goodness with me. All I can say is it's a busy season. I have loved today so much. David and Fee are incredible people. Everything they do, and in so many different fields, whether it's the main headline sponsors of Royal Ascot, whether it's the rugby, all of their charitable donations, their charity work, their homes, their cars, their children. The passion and the love that they put into absolutely everything is genuinely phenomenal, and I feel so beyond blessed to have been a part of today and be able to scream from the rooftops just how special it is. So if any of you are free in September and you fancy just a gorgeous day out that celebrates everything that is British, then Cornbury House Horse Trials is for you. Maybe. Anyway, I'm going to head home before it gets like a crazy o'clock on the M40 rush hour, so let's head home. It has been a few days since I spoke to you last, and the weekend was a little bit of a whirlwind because we were in the middle of Henley Royal Regatta, but it was just incredible. Event season is always busy, but it is so much fun, and I don't know, I just feel very blessed to be able to call it work. And I know a lot of people look at what I do and they're like, how is that work? And trust me when I say I pinch myself every single day, because I wake up and think little me would be screaming, and inside I really am. So the weekend was so much fun. I literally left you guys, I drove home, quickly changed, went back down to Regatta, and yeah, you guys would have seen that vlog already, and I truly hope you guys enjoyed it. It was so much fun, and the fact that Shiplake College won the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup was genuinely the cherry on the cake. But we are now heading into another week, another crazy busy week, because it's Henley Festival literally just around the corner. But before that, I wanted to come on and share with you the goodie bag that I got from Cornbury House Horse Trials. And also, by the time that the Henley Royal Regatta was kind of finished, it was a good hour and a half, and I didn't think I would have time to warble on. But the Harrods goodie bag that I received is just outrageous, and I know you guys love goodie bags and unboxings, so I thought that we could do a bit of an unboxing together of some extremely generous and very spoily goodie bags. So first and foremost, the Hessian bag of absolute dreams that is branded so beautifully with the CH, and then on the inside it's kind of just a collection of my favourite brands and my favourite things. I mean, look at this. We've got a gorgeous summer cooler Fortnum & Mason, peach hibiscus and a hint of mint. Tea bags, a gorgeous infusion, I think at this time of year, to brew a cold cup of tea, pop some ice cubes and some fruit in it with a lovely straw and a gorgeous garnish. I definitely fancy that about now, and we're still so blessed with the weather. So Anushka and I have had oh my goodness, Mark must be walking in, or someone. We have an open door policy in this house and everybody walks in. Always no, because the dogs go crazy. But Anushka and I have set up outside this afternoon with an umbrella to protect us from the sun, and it's just been heavenly. Now, what else do we have in here? We've got a gorgeous, the White Company Portofino. I mean, what is exactly going on? Just horrendous? Children? So this is a orange leaf leather and oak wood luxury candle. Oh my God, you guys know how much I love my scented candles, and I think scented candles are incredible because you can completely change the feeling and the essence of your home depending upon the scent. And I also think it's really important that scented candles are seasonal, and you can instantly get in a really cozy mood if you've got a really gorgeous dark sandalwood fragrance, or you could get into a really light and summery and fresh mood. Maybe it's orange or citrus or lemons. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and I definitely use that little trick to create a really gorgeous aroma when people walk into the house or when I walk into the house, and you can definitely do that when guests also come. So what else have we got in here? We've got a diddly squat farm shop. I love it. A little cap, and yes, Jeremy Clarkson's farm is not too far from Cornbury House horse trials. So if you wanted to come and do the horse trials, stay somewhere local and then go and try out maybe his new pub or the farm shop, and you wanted to see it for your own eyes, then it is just around the corner. Then, oh, I tell you what, I have been lusting after a bit of chocolate this afternoon. I've got a real sweet tooth, and this is Brown Advisory Thoughtful Investing. Crazy about chocolate, serious about people. This bar has been made especially for you, you lucky thing. It's one of our favourite milk caramel sea salt in a very special wrapper. Open carefully and take a peek at what's on the inside whilst you enjoy your bar. We'll have to let you know what's on the inside of that. Then we've got, ooh, some Dutch Barn vodka. Yes, please. Handmade in Great Britain at Ella's Farm, North Yorkshire. I keep touching my hair because I think I've got a creepy crawly on me. Have I got a creepy crawly on me? Probably best I don't look. So 2 little bottles of vodka. Well, I can't wait to try those. And then my favourite pink little bottle. Mason Mirabeau do these gorgeous little bottles, and I think they're just so beautiful to have on a bar. And the gin itself, oh, there really is no better. It's absolutely delicious and a firm favourite in our household. Then, oh, Mark's gonna like this. This is the Hawkstone Lager. So again, if you want to go and try Diddley Squat Farm Shop, oh my god, I'm definitely feeling creepy crawlies on me. They also have the Hawkstone Lager there. Oh my gosh, this is like never ending. In here we have Volair Aviation. Hopefully this is like tickets to fly private to Mallorca for my birthday. Sadly not, but it is a gorgeous, or a voucher for a private jet I should say. But sadly not a jet, but a really gorgeous little luggage tag in a beautiful, very dark hunter green. Isn't that beautiful? I tell you what I think I'm going to have to do, and actually something that I kind of think in the last couple of months something's had to give because we have been just so extraordinarily busy. But for those of you who have been subscribers for a while will know about my Luxury by Leonora hampers. And if you're new to my channel, then we have beautiful bespoke personalised hampers that are really a collection of my favourite brands inside. And I partner with my favourite brands to be able to gift once a month one of you an extraordinarily spoily and very special hamper, filled with everything from jewellery to skincare to makeup to gin to chocolate, from tea. I mean, literally anything and everything under the sun. And maybe what I need to get back into is doing my Luxury by Leonora hampers. So I tell you what, there will be, the girl's gonna kill me, there will be a July Luxury by Leonora hamper, and maybe a few of these bits and bobs can go into it. So you guys, all you have to do is you have to ensure that you are a subscriber, and there will be a reel that goes live on my Instagram. It'll be the same reel that will be on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. You have to make sure you follow all of my social media handles, and then just tag your besties who you'd like to share it with, maybe a bestie who might be able to win it, and yeah, just comment and tag away. So I'll leave all of the details of how to win a Luxury by Leonora hamper down below. And then finally, what on earth is in here? This is quite some packaging. Oh wow, this is gorgeous. Oh my goodness gracious me, what is this brand? Oh, it's Pragnell. Oh, stop it. What? Oh, Sopragnol is one of my favorite brands. I feel like they don't need an introduction, but maybe if you don't know about them, they are the most beautiful jewelers, and they have gifted an amazing pair of tortoiseshell sunglasses. Oh my giddy aunt, these are stunning. I'm not sure I can part with the sunglasses. But look at how stunning they are. The quality is sensational, and the beautiful design. It's like a squared off cat eye. They're really timeless, super classy. And I would actually go as far as to say that they could be unisex. Could they be unisex? No, maybe not. Maybe not. I think Mark would look a bit silly in those. But those are divine. Oh my goodness, Cornbury House, David, Fee and the entire team who are their partners and their sponsors, and everybody who is gifted for this amazing goodie bag. Thank you so much. I'm actually going to pop those back in. They're very posh, chocolate suede, might I add. Lovely little case. Look at that, and you've got the gold Pragnol on the back. I also feel like I'm sitting so far away from you, but if I don't sit this far back, you guys can't actually see what I'm doing. And what's that? That's the chocolate, which I'm going to be devouring later. I don't know about you, but any of you like hide chocolate or like those really special bits? I have to hide Halara, because anybody who comes into my home, as I said, I have an open door policy, but I mean, they just help themselves. So yes, if you open up my knicker drawer, you might find some some chocolate. But anyway, one incredible goodie bag onto the next. Trust me when I say, receiving things like this, the feeling never wears off. I have to continually pinching myself, and the fact that I was even invited to Henley Royal Regatta with Harrods. Henley with Harrods. Someone pinch me. I can't. And the fact that they also posted me, I was like, what? Leo, I felt like it was a made it moment. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it was a moment, and I always love to keep the little programs as like little memorabilia, so I kept that. But I mean, this is actually ridiculous, like ridiculous. So firstly, we've got La Prairie Skin Caviar, the Mist. If you do not know about this product, then you need to. It is quite literally what it says on the label. It is caviar for your skin. It is so uber, it is so luxurious, and La Prairie, there really is no better brand. The skin innovation, the technology and the science that they put into their skin products is second to none. It's unbelievable, and I cannot wait for that. Then we've got this, actually a brand that I'd never heard of before. And also look at the size of this. It's like enormous. This is BDK Parfum Paris. Impadia. Essence de Bergamot. Oh gosh, this is French. Maybe we won't give that a go. But it is a beautiful perfume. And my gosh, let's open this up. This looks absolutely amazing. Beautiful packaging. This really is stunning. Oh gosh, Impadia. It's like pass the parcel. Oh wow, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely stunning. You can hear Marcus in the background. He's on a call, so fingers crossed that's not distracting you too much. Well, I cannot wait to open that and give that a good old Whiffingtons. Then we have another beautiful La Prairie product, and this is their Cellular Swiss UV Protection SPF 50. I will never tire of banging on about SPF. If any of you ever ask me, what do you do to your skin? It starts off and ends with SPF, and this is SPF 50, and this looks absolutely beautiful. A product I've never tried before, but cannot wait to try it. Now we've got, oh my gorgeous Chantecaille. I don't go anywhere without Chantecaille, the skincare and both the makeup, and this is one of my favourite products, hands down. This is their Sheer Glow Bronze Face Tint. I have quite a few of these, so I feel like I should part with this so that I can give you the opportunity to try it, because it is amazing. Think summer goddess glow. Nights where you don't want to put any makeup on but you still want to feel glowy and goddess-like. This is outstanding. And maybe you've been sunbathing all day, you've had a fresh shower and you want to put something that's going to make you glow on. This is it. It is insane, and I will leave the details to this in the description box down below. This is a desert island product, ladies and gentlemen. It's amazing. And that creepy crawly is definitely back. I want to itch my face. This was my Picasso painting. For those of you who might not have seen, we had an incredible illustrationist and we drew the beautiful florals. I got A for effort. I'll let you judge me on my actual drawing. Yes, let's just say art was not one of my best subjects. What else? Oh, this is the amazing, look at that. I think I showed this to you as well. This is what the illustrationist drew of me. My dress and my hat, and definitely something I'm going to keep forever. So Drawings of Joy is her handle, of which I will leave it down below. And then we're getting into, ooh, what is this? This is Gucci Westman Consciously Crafted Beauty Westman Atelier Eye Activator. I do love myself a little bit of eye cream, I will tell you. Oh, gorgeous branding. Look at the packaging on that. I mean, it looks amazing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Not sure about these sound effects, but I don't know where it comes out. Oh, 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 it's a pipette. It's a pipette, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, wow. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, lovely. Beautiful. Oh gosh, that is stunning. The texture and the consistency of that is absolutely divine. Gosh, I'm going to be looking so fresh and so youthful. And then final few little bits and bobs in here. I'm seeing another sunglasses case. I can't believe how lucky I have been. Can we just take a moment? They have put a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses in here, and actually that's something I saw. Ray-Ban done an incredible collaboration with Meta, and sadly I did not get that invite to Wimbledon. Don't worry, I won't hold grudges, but next year make sure I'm on that list. I wish. But these are a gorgeous pair of Ray-Bans. Hello, super chic. I feel like I should be at Wimbledon. See, I'm in my Wimbledon whites. Left to right, left to right. Is it going to be a Djokovic-Sinner final? I don't know yet, but that would be incredible. And actually, for those of you who might ask, this gorgeous little two-piece is from Hobbs. We unboxed it, gosh, months ago. I want to say months ago, it probably wasn't months ago, but considering we have 3 1-hour vlogs a week, it does feel like quite a long time ago. But it's a beautiful, very crisp white broderie number. Gorgeous scalloped edging, crisp white shirt, beautiful capped sleeves, covered buttons. It really is the summer two-piece of absolute dreams. You've got little belt hooks here, so you could do like a tuck-in number. I'm obsessed. Now, the final little moment seems to be in a Harrods green envelope. And in here we have a special treat for just you. Oh, we've got another guest coming in, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up quickly. But the Elevation tasting flight for 2 at Moet and Chandon Champagne Bar. Thank you very much. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. Now the question is, who do I take? Do I take a girlfriend? Do I take Marcus? Do I take my mother? Ooh, that is so divine. I told you they were spoily. This is just outrageous. I feel so blessed. I feel so lucky. I'm so grateful to even get an invitation to go and experience the event. But to come home with things like this, I thank my lucky stars every single day. And in all honesty with you, I wouldn't be able to do what I do without you guys. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your constant support, your devotion, your love, your kindness. I genuinely feel that I have the best subscribers out there. I feel like you are all my friends and family, so thank you so much. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. It's been a little bit of a different one. It's been sort of English, country, Cotswolds, horses, cars, fashion, goodie bags. But if there are any of you that are free in September, I will leave the dates on screen now. If you're free over that weekend, then I couldn't recommend it enough. I think they said Thursday and Friday are already sold out for the endless lunch. So if you still can, make sure to book Saturday and Sunday, and I cannot wait to see you there. So thank you for watching, sending you so much love, and I will see you on the next one.